Still the Teej, still beautiful, and still at Bearcast. What's going on, everyone out there listening? That was, of course, Electric 6 with Improper Dancing, and we've got a couple more tracks left of the night, but it's starting to wind down just a tad right there. I encountered a pretty funny story the other week, and it just blew my mind. As you are probably well aware, I love to cook. I'm a huge fan of cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do. Probably right up there next to dancing. Oh, and you combine the two? Holy crap, you're talking about a fun night out right there. Dang. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit strange, but hey, it's what I like to do. You judging? Nah. So, being the fact that I love to cook and that all is good and well, I have always hated the fact that it's so difficult to get turkey sausage around here. And I finally found out that Myra actually carries some, and so I've made some red sauce, and I was really happy with that, you know. I've been chowing down on that for the week, but, got a story from Facebook. My mom sent it over to me. It's one of her friends, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or a friend of a friend, because they were college students. So I'm going to guess it was one of her friends' daughters. And they weren't, you know, as many people our age, but my age, are not too acquainted with cooking. It's sort of a foreign concept, and it has to do with the fact that either A, you never really learned, or B, you actually grew up with stofers, and you really equate that to cooking. Obviously, it's not the case, but, you know, some people delude themselves to a lot of things. Like how an 8-year-old man-child can be a president. But that's besides the point right there. What's really I'm focusing on is the fact that because they're millennials, because this is modern era, and because they've never really cooked before, they were really excited, super excited to cook some chicken for the first times in their lives. Oh, were they excited right there. They were photographing the whole damn thing and releasing it for the world to see on social media. And I understand that excitement, I understand you wanted to share that with your friends, but personally, I like to know a little bit more about what I'm doing before I start letting everyone know that I'm doing it. One of those situations right there where, yep, they had the chicken, yeah, they actually cooked it, yep, it was on the grill, but, a little-known thing called seasoning arrived at as a foreign concept entirely, and it was the baldest chicken I have ever seen in my life. Like, not even salt, not even pepper, we're talking about nothing. Just lying about on this grill right there, and it just looked, I don't know, lonely more than anything else. It was just a sight to see. I don't know. It's a peculiar thing, but frankly, if you need to know how to cook, if you need any tips on cooking, that sort of thing, pretty much whatever you're cooking, you start out with a little bit of olive oil and a lot of garlic. After that, you can throw in just about whatever, and it's going to taste fine. It's just a matter of, you know, being able to add on to those skills right there, and that sort of bit right there. And the more often you do it, the better you get. Doesn't hurt to be Italian either. Oh, boy. No, you know what? Here's an idea for red sauce right there. And I like to get turkey sausage, of course, but all you really need is a couple cans of tomatoes. You know, even if you had, like, some pre-made sauce already, you know, mix that in with the tomatoes, so you don't want that pre-made sauce alone. It's usually just terrible. But if you get some, like, tomatoes, you get some tomato paste, you start mixing that together. What else do you need? You need garlic in there. I like to throw mushrooms in my red sauce, personally. Season it up. I always throw cayenne pepper in whatever I'm doing right there. But you let it stew for a while, and then you throw in the sausage, and that really flavors the rest of it right there. You got a good consistency going on, and all you need is some noodles and some hot pepper flakes, maybe a bit of Parmesan, you got yourself a meal. Not that complicated, and all of a sudden, Stofers made it look so easy. Not really. And frankly, the difference is amazing. Alright? You know, you will never want to go back to that ever again. It's just a tip of the wise right there. And hell, if you have a bay leaf hanging about in the house, you throw that in there immediately. Oh my god, I'm getting hungry just thinking about that right there. Woo! Yeah, I like my pasta. That's a bit of a thing right there. But yeah, and if you want to hear more cooking tips and that sort of bit right there, we're still contemplating doing a cooking show of some sort. If that's not here, it might actually be on YouTube. And guess what? YouTube has video, and I might actually try to utilize that feature for once in my life. Oh boy. You can catch all of our old episodes on YouTube as well. It's on Teej. I think that's just the channel's name is Teej, but look up the one and only Teej, you're bound to find it. Don't just look up Teej, because you're just going to find all those Indian festival and celebration videos, which, as much as it'd be fun to be a part of that, I am not, so consequently, it gets a bit confusing for sometimes. I reckon that most of the video views that I've gotten so far are based off of that. Oh, boy. It's all fun. It's all well. I'm going to kick it back over to a final track. We'll probably have to say goodbye after that and call it a night. So in the meantime, I got Ted Leo for you. Bottled and Cork's the name of this track.